Before you begin this meditation, it is important that you commit to being completely open and willing to receive this experience the exact way that it unfolds before you. We may think that we know what our spirit animal is, or we may have a favorite animal that we want our spirit animal to be. But sometimes our judgments and wishes cloud us from seeing the truth of ourselves. In many native traditions, the spirit animal is seen as your animal equivalent. It is the animal that you would shapeshift into once you learned how. Your spirit animal may come as a surprise. For example, it may be an insect or a type of bird or fish, or reptile or amphibian. This animal holds the closest vibration to your true essence in this life. To know it is to know yourself. To do this meditation, find a place that is completely dark. A place that has little or no light to help you orient yourself in space and time. Make sure that this is a space where you are not at risk of bumping into anything. Close your eyes and mentally say, "I wish to know my spirit animal." I am ready to meet my animal spirit. Begin by spinning in circles with your eyes tightly closed until you are dizzy enough that you cannot continue to spin. Lie down on the ground in a relaxed position. Allow your body to begin to sink into the floor. Allow your breathing to come and go naturally and easily. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And now take a deep cleansing breath in, and as you breathe out, allow yourself to sink deep into yourself. Imagine that the floor below you is beginning to implode underneath you, to expose a deep, dark tunnel. With each breath in, gather the breath, and with every out-breath, imagine that your breath is like a heavy lead weight that sinks you deeper and deeper into this tunnel. Breathe for a minute without my voice guiding you, imagining that each breath is sinking you deeper within this endless dark tunnel. Imagine that you are traveling down this tunnel. You are beginning to lose track of which way is up and which way is down. You do not know how far down the tunnel you have traveled. You do not know how far this tunnel goes. You are beginning to feel lost. Worried that you cannot find your way back to yourself. Worried that you may be lost forever where no one can find you. The sound in the tunnel changes. Even though you cannot see anything, you know that you have come out of the tunnel at the edge of the universe. You know that you are now standing in an infinite black dimension. Suddenly you feel the ominous presence of something in this space with you. It is pitch black, and so you don't know what it is. You are frightened. You can hear sounds in front of you and behind you. You can feel it circling in on you, but you can't see where it is. Suddenly you feel a second presence in the space with you. This presence feels familiar to you. Even though you cannot see what it is, you know that it has come to keep you safe. It has come to remind you of your own power. You feel and hear this second presence chasing the first presence off into the distance. For a minute you are alone in this massive open black space once more. And you can hear your breath as it comes and goes to and from you. The silence of this dimension closes in on you. It is almost heavy against your ears. You hear the faint sound of something in the distance coming towards you. You feel a presence. For a minute, you feel afraid again. But as this presence gets closer, you recognize the familiar feeling of the very same presence that had come to your rescue earlier. It has come back to introduce itself to you. Somewhere deep inside of you, you know that this is your animal spirit. Feel this animal's presence. Is it small or is it large? Is its presence intense or is it comforting? Does its presence feel young or does it feel old? Just spend a minute feeling its energy. Deep within you, there is a desire to see it with your own eyes. You reach into your back pocket, and to your surprise, you feel the small handle of a tiny flashlight. You pull it out of your pocket, and you feel for the tiny rubber button that turns it on. When you feel it, you keep your finger on it, but you don't press it down. You raise the end of the flashlight so it is pointing straight ahead of you. You take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, you press the button that turns the flashlight on. The bright beam of the flashlight illuminates the darkness in front of you. And for the first time, right in front of you, you can now see your spirit animal clearly. What does it look like? Is it big or is it small? Is it an animal of the land, the water, or the sky? You step closer to it and you reach out to touch your spirit animal for the first time. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Is it female or male? As you touch it, you can feel that it is glad to be near you. Your animal spirit is happy that you have found your way back to its side. Spend 2 minutes without my voice guiding you, acquainting yourself with your spirit animal and telling it whatever you wish to say. Allow yourself to connect with this unique and powerful being. Some part of you knows that you will never be separate again. You are ready to become one. And so you breathe in and out 3 times. And on your last breath, as you breathe in, you walk towards your animal spirit and you begin to merge. You can feel yourselves becoming one being. You can feel your energies mix and spin together. You can feel yourself acquiring the powers and the special abilities and the knowledge that belongs to your animal spirit. You know that your animal spirit is with you at all times. You feel more complete, as if a long-lost part of yourself is back in place. And for a minute, you stand still. You breathe in and out as you feel what it feels like to be joined with your animal spirit once more. As you breathe in and breathe out, you sense that it is time to return. You feel yourself being sucked backwards from this hidden dimension. Backward through the tunnel, as if you are traveling at the speed of light. And suddenly you are back to lying in your place on the floor. The tunnel has closed up below you, and now you are lying on solid ground. You can feel the heavy feeling of the gravity that is holding you to the earth. You begin to wiggle your feet and toes. You begin to move your hands and fingers. You are aware of the present moment. And so, you open your eyes. Now that you have had an interaction with your specific spirit animal, you may wish to study your spirit animal or study the specific, special gifts and metaphysical energies that belong to it, and vicariously to you as a result of having this specific animal as your spirit animal.